Woo! Hey, yo, Stevie, we got this. What more can I say? Much more, just listen. Spit like I'm pissing and elixir mixing. Moorish master MC Mike mysticism. Free minds locked in a cryptic prison. A saw penis, you homos, that's a sundial. No executive, let alone Ray Bay run the trial. Standing on the square, no diamond in the air with his hands. No paperwork costing him grands. No friend begging, just vamp chest pegging. At 3:30, upside down, circle 7. Of the Nova cast, no hover mask on me. My Destiny's Child was Kelly Rowland, not B. Call her Beyonce, she was a bae once. Before you call it hate in your face, smoke from blunts filled with the maca. Not roll type, but proper in persona. Got 90% of minds in comas. Open up your mind, your third eye blind. Rappers like truth in those darkness rhymes. Open up your mind, your third eye blind. Rappers like truth in those darkness rhymes. Rappers like truth in those darkness rhymes. Rappers like truth in those darkness rhymes. Many times I said it, still gotta say it. I don't spit on mics for radio to play it. Not looking to do shows cause new bros wanna hear rap, anything whack or pseudo. Tight shirt, skinny jeans, artists, nothing baggy. I pass most that rap, I'm the microphone cabbie. Niggas want Scooby snack tracks, I'm not shabby. Only Moorish and 90s MCs make me happy. Build pyramids like Large Pro and Pappy. On the run, eating cocoa bread and veggie patties. Thinking about what Taj Bey said about Ali. Fix misconceptions, distorted perceptions. Warped views have minds corkscrewed. Running from the sun, but tan beds could force hues. Put a split in the illusion, quick and walk through. Put a split in the illusion, quick and talk through. Open up your mind, your third eye blind. Rappers like truth in those darkness rhymes. Open up your mind, your third eye blind. Rappers like truth in those darkness rhymes. Rappers like truth in those darkness rhymes. Rappers like truth in those darkness rhymes. I talk to my ancestral celestial more crew. Bring back 90% mental space for you. To exercise higher than electric wires. The self that's not lower, deceptive liars. Getting on microphones, spitting like retards. Lying like they got lines like runaway zebras. Got youths walking like they shit their trousers. Can't even run away acting like rebel rousers. High off the so-called weed, I call it bush and waste some money. No seeds, man, you a dummy. Smoking your life away, following dunce cap, whack rappers beefing over Biggie Blunt raps. On a bottleneck of liquor, they always sucking. Either with their boys or trannies with nuts tucked in. Hip-hop ain't old school, she's just a youngin'. Rap the preemie, stillborn gets all the loving. Thinking you got verses, save it for hearses. Commercial rap, deathbed, I'm your night nurses. Pull the plug 1 and 2, not de la. No need to get mad, I'm just doing a favor. Open up your mind, your third eye blind. Rappers like truth in those darkness rhymes. Open up your mind, your third eye blind. Rappers like truth in those darkness rhymes. Rappers like truth in those darkness rhymes. Rappers like truth in those darkness rhymes.
Initiates of the sacred brotherhood of elite MCs. Raw mysterious initiates of the sacred brotherhood of elite MCs. Raw mysterious initiates of the sacred brotherhood of elite MCs. Raw mysterious initiates of the sacred brotherhood of elite MCs. Raw mysterious. Julie is happy when Moors are happy. Vixens wink fake lashes trying to trap me. 40 days and nights battling the lower demons. This is not the land, hybrids can't be freemen. If this is not their land, who's the immigrant thinking they're sovereign? Imagination figment, recessive is their status, lacking pigment. Game for the Thanksgiving, but no commitment to indigenous Moors they conquered with Bibles. Signs in the vitals and signs in the cycles, only to strangle, embracing my rivals. Free national standards, not playing with the tribals. Each Moor is their own Christ, not disciples. Whether hands or thoughts, no worshiping idols. Always carry my Moorish Quran or recitals. Everyone will not process ancients' arrivals. Initiates of the sacred brotherhood of elite MCs. Raw mysterious initiates of the sacred brotherhood of elite MCs. Raw mysterious initiates of the sacred brotherhood of elite MCs. Raw mysterious initiates of the sacred brotherhood of elite MCs. Raw mysterious.
Innate mystic ability to show and prove a lesson, coupled with the agility to move you with the message, presence of divine mind to navigate you with a reference, urgent with a purpose, perfect. Emerging urban legends, real more is not a question or a choice or a preference. You are who you are, you should have the same obsession, broke the same jewels to a dude, the corner, Jane and Western, what you reppin', all that effort, that direction, keep you separate in a world of blind sheep. I was born to be a shepherd, mind like an elephant, got the paws of a leopard, means I'm wise and I'm strong, crank you up like I'm a record, take you to the body shop, correct your lines to true vector manifestations, matter, energy, and mind, spirit men unsung, Trey Young dropping dimes, until you tighten up, you catching splinters from the pine, clean the clouds out your thoughts, that's what keep you in the bind.
Initiates of the sacred brotherhood of elite MCs. Raw mysterious initiates of the sacred brotherhood of elite MCs. Raw mysterious initiates of the sacred brotherhood of elite MCs. Raw mysterious initiates of the sacred brotherhood of elite MCs. Raw mysterious.
We do it in the spirit of a prophet in Islam. We study the ancient manuscripts, Moorish Quran. Everything we do is halal, some haram. No, it sounds like the hook, but this is the song. When I see a brother, I greet him with salam. Want the whole truth about Hitler and Saddam. Devastated what you did in Vietnam. Out of the savannah, so they had to use bombs. It's been a few years, I read my Proverbs and Psalms. When I see my sisters, I tell them sit calm. It's your destiny, you hold it in your palm. Mr. Popularity never cared about the prom. One of life's great mysteries, young phenom. I am that I am, that's word to my mom. Moved out the rough edges, eliminate the arms. Know what you're pledging, no Uncle Tom. Coming for our territory, taking back Guam. With that old time good spell, I wave my magic wand. The omnipresent vibration sound is on. It's on.
Don't give it away. Yo, Mars don't give it away. Every time that I accelerate, they copy. I'm the master tape. My mother's and the father's great gift. Stay great masterpiece for masters trying to masterpiece. This time I'm like a masterpiece. This law gon' give me the bread. Yo, Mars don't give it away. They play your life but try to take you. Can you count how many times I'll try and break you? Try to got a great clue. Struggle size ain't you. Mind of my own with a great truth. I sip a little great goose while swerving on the state truth while plotting my escape of they rules, they schools, they jewels. They couldn't help my shine like chemicals. I'm at the top of my class on the pedestal. I throw that latitude, that's HB number 2. And keep my name out your mouth unless it's about the bread, my youth. Put to come up with the money that you run up when this crow game turn up in my young guards aim and shoot with your lame excuse. No, I never that. This a full force sound system, level that. Yo, you only talking fiat where your levels at. This is God body, show me where the devil at. How
We do it in the spirit of a prophet in Islam. We study the ancient manuscripts, Moorish Quran. Everything we do is halal, some haram. No, it sounds like the hook, but this is the song. When I see a brother, I greet him with salam. Want the whole truth about Hitler and Saddam. Devastated what you did in Vietnam. Out of the savannah, so they had to use bombs. It's been a few years, I read my Proverbs and Psalms. When I see my sisters, I tell them sit calm. It's your destiny, you hold it in your palm. Mr. Popularity never cared about the prom. One of life's great mysteries, young phenom. I am that I am, that's word to my mom. Moved out the rough edges, eliminate the arms. Know what you're pledging, no Uncle Tom. Coming for our territory, take it back. Quam with that old time good spell, I wave my magic wand. Now I'm impressed, the vibration sound is on.
Don't give it away.
It's
Mars
on.
don't give it away. Yo, Mars don't give it away. Every time that I accelerate, they copy. I'm the master. Take my mother's and the father's great gift instead. Great masterpiece for masters trying to masterpiece. This time I'm like a masterpiece. This love gon' give me the bread. Yo, Mars don't give it away. They play your life but try to take you. Can you count how many times I'll try and break you? Try to got a great clue. Struggle size 8 shoot. A mind of my own with a great truth. I sip a little great goose while swerving on the state truth while plotting my escape of they rules, they schools, they jewels. They couldn't help my shine like chemicals. I'm at the top of my class on the pedestal. I throw that letter to that's HB number 2 and keep my name out your mouth unless it's about to bread my youth. What to come up with the money that you run up when this chrome game turn up in my young guards aim and shoot with your lame excuse. No, I never dad. This a full force sound system level that. Yo, you only talking fee out where your levels at. This is God body. Show me where the devil at. I'll let you read what this life about. We the lawmakers, architects, and still they doubt. We keep it factual with math and science practical. They love to hate the natural. Pain with the gain, no clout. A little fame couldn't stray. I remain on route. I move mountains, earthquakes on speakers. Something off to counting these occurrences. They speechless for the world. I'm the teacher. I'm sure like the beaches, keeping everything du jour. I'm the one with the features that they envy. We the reason that they seek us to take us out every season. So. Morris don't give it away. Yo, Morris don't give it away. Every time that I accelerate, they copy. I'm the master. Take my mother's and the father's great. Give me the state. Create the masterpiece. The master's trying to masterpiece. This time I'm like a masterpiece. This law gon' get me the bread. Yo, Morris don't give it away. Yo, Morris don't give it away. Why am I in this?
Good. Good. Goddess outstanding, keeps order, she de jour. I thought Orisha Omega deity, she a more. Amongst the elite, but relate to the core. She command the fleet first to step on the shore. Snooze never sleep, won't hear me snore.
Hey yo, play me once, you'll never snake me twice. Break this smoke and never save my life. Never rolling with that piece, so respect my life. Respect my life, yo. Morris don't give it away. Yo, Morris don't give it away. Every time that I accelerate, they copy. I'm the master. Take my mother's and the father's great. Give me the state. Create the masterpiece for masters trying to masterpiece. This time I'm like a masterpiece. This law gon' get me the bread. Yo, Morris don't give it away. Yo, Morris don't give it away. Respect my life. 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 Never. Hello. ¿Cómo está? Hey. You know the PM studio, man. 7998 Premier Road. Yeah, go with it. Hello. Buenas noches. Why did I go to the end of the song for real?
This is what it feels like. 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 People run running up to me that I don't know. Are you a prince? They ask, tell them I'm from Morocco. Look me up and down with a smile, not a frown. Turn their brain to water, watch the lower self drown. Wanna touch my antennas and steal my energy. Eyes bulge, telling them I'm always King Edward V. When it comes to facts with most, they get beggarly. They ask Morocco where? The farthest northwesterly. With every question asked, I respond cleverly. All dependents won't explain expertly. Going in their wallets, pull out pictures with feathers, breaking down the ring, then the mason confesses. He's at 33 degrees, now the convo stretches like yoga into esoteric metaphysic lessons. When my people aren't like me, he impresses. When we take more science to the highways and hedges, this is what it feels like. This is what it feels like. This is what it feels like. This is what it feels like.
They tried to get you to think again. That's the profit. I'm upright, don't need a friend. And you can't stop this. I'ma write with my pen. Violate me and I'ma sentence again. Remain cautious and resolved and it's in again. That's in the
This is what it feels like. 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 People running up to me that I don't know. Are you a prince? They ask, tell them I'm from Morocco. Look me up and down with a smile, not a frown. Turn their brain to water, watch the lower self drown. Wanna touch me? This is what it feels like. 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 People running up to me that I don't know. Are you a prince? They ask, tell them I'm from Morocco. Look me up and down with a smile, not a frown. Turn their brain to water, watch the lower self drown. Wanna touch my antennas and steal my energy. Eyes bulge, telling them I'm always King Edward V. When it comes to facts with most, they get beggarly. They ask Morocco where? The farthest northwesterly. With every question asked, I respond cleverly. All dependents won't explain expertly. Going in their wallets, pull out pictures with feathers, breaking down the ring, then the mason confesses. He's at 33 degrees, now the combo stretches like yoga into esoteric metaphysic lessons. When my people aren't like me, he impresses. When we take more science to the highways and hedges, this is what it feels like. This is what it feels like. This is what it feels like. This is what it feels like.
They tried to get you to think again. That's the profit. I'm upright, don't need a friend. And you can't stop this. I'ma write with my pen. Violate me and I'ma sentence again. Remain cautious and resolved and it's in again. That's in the police out, just the silence men. When they bust through your door, you won't breathe again. Nationality will show you how to live again. It can change the predicament you're living in. You can heal the whole world without medicine. Only truth can make you a better man. Why lie? Cause you got paid to murder men. Then you try to lock them up when they riot in. That's okay, cause for freedom I'm diving in. With no knowledge, you come back to die again. Resurrect me not, cause I'd rather be one with Allah.
This is what it feels like. This is what it feels like. This is what it feels like. This is what it feels like.
political power, and political power is an official form of antagonizing the people.
Politics are necessary.
Politics are rules imposed upon the people.
In this country, rules are not imposed. They are the wish of all free citizens.
Travel around a bit, then you'll see how free they are.
Finish.
They have every man in a straitjacket, and without a passport, he can't move a toe. In a free world, they violate the natural rights of every citizen.
Yes.
They have become the weapons of political despots. You don't think as they think. You're deprived of your passport.
Will you allow me
To leave a country is like breaking out of jail.
Yes,
and
but-
to enter a country is like going through the eye of a needle.
But
Am I free to travel?
Of course you're free to travel.
Only with a passport. Do animals need passports? It's in Congress that in this atomic age of speed, we are shut in and shut out by passport. And free speech, does that exist?
No, you've got it all.
And free enterprise.
Will you
Can
allow
I go into the automobile business and compete with the auto truck?
If I can get in a word.
Not a chance. Can I go into the grocery business and compete with the chain stores? Monopoly is the menace of free enterprise. Leadership in government is political power, and political power is an official form of antagonizing the people.
Politics are necessary.
Islam Moors, honors to all the Moors worldwide. Honors to all the Moors worldwide. Little modern European boy knows what's up. And these people debating Moors about we're citizens of U.S. We're part and partial. Noble Drew Ali had the American flag in there. So that means that we're U.S. citizens. Didn't even let him get a word in. Why? Because he already knows he's full of BS. Get a word in for what? Debate AMPAC for what? For them to be able to talk their BS? Using our fame and nobility? Debate them for what? Little modern European knows what's up. Little modern European knows what's up. Modern European boy. Boy knows. What they call politics and all that stuff is antagonizing the people. It's like the entertainment, whatever. People throwing their TV off the balcony because their team lost and all types of other BS.
Politics are rules imposed upon the people.
In this country, rules are not imposed. They are the wish of all free citizens.
Travel around a bit, then you'll see how free they are.
Yeah, travel around a bit. Right? There's some activity for you. There's some activity for you. Dress as a Moor and travel around a bit and see what type of responses you get. And then dress as a nigger and travel out. Well, you're probably already dressed like a nigger already. Pants down there and walking like you have to shit because your shoes are new and all types of other BS. You don't want to crease their shoes and all type of BS. But this modern European boy, well, you think he's worried about crease shoes and all that stuff? You think he's worried about some name brand sweater or whatever? Where's it at? It's in all the literature. Even Drew Ali told you. And the 13-year-old boy debating with the doctors of law and doctors of everything else. And the lambs are bleeding in the back. While they're getting put on the altar. Getting burned for Allah. And then they have finances in the holy place. Flip over all their damn tables. Flip over all their stuff. Cuss them all out. Cuss them all. Noble Drew Ali said profanity in the mildest form. Yeah, 1920s. 2024 now. What you mean you're not supposed to get bat to the face right now? What you mean? We're playing around. You worried about some curse words and all that stuff? Should be worried about what Allah got for you people. We're playing around. Playing around with people's birthrights for years, generations. Playing games with people's birthrights. They're just giving them their stuff. Now you have all these goofs out here thinking they know something, telling people to do packages and file this and send that and go to court to file that and doing all types of madness with a corpse. A de facto, bankrupt, insolvent, in name only existence corpse. Instead of just getting with what Noble Drew Ali, he looks like them, he's a brother. But they got a corpse, all right, well, he got a corpse. Well, you just join his corpse. At least he's your brother. Nah, they're not doing that. They want to be U.S.A citizens. They don't want to be Moors. They really think U.S.A is these mercenaries right now that's calling themselves government. They really think that's them. They really think that's the Republic people. These are your leaders? These are your leaders. Looking at some criminals and talking about we're part of them. Let's run in their election. Run in their election. No, the nationality card said U.S.A citizen. Well, we're going to do the research. You can't be a citizen of United States of America and Brazilians aren't saying they're citizens of U.S.A. They're America. How come they're Brazilian nationals? How come they're Brazilian citizens? So that's their landmass is going to reflect their citizenry. How come they're not citizens of U.S.A? They're United States of America too. Paraguay is United States of America. Chile is the United States of America. How come Chileans aren't citizens of United States of America? Oh, but only these people above Mexico are citizens of United States of America. Where's that at? Where's the United States of America if you're a citizen of that? What's that? Above Mexico? You're a liar. The United States of America is even the islands. Even the West Coast. All that's the United States of America. Southwest.
They have every man in a straitjacket, and without a passport, he can't move a toe. In a free world, they violate the natural rights of every citizen. They have become the weapons of political despots. You don't think as they think. You're deprived of your passport.
Will you allow me
to leave a country is like breaking out of jail.
Yes,
and to enter a country is like going through the eye of a needle.
You ever try that? You ever try to go through the eye of a needle? Remember, this is a European boy. Well, this is one of the movie, and it's not real. Or it's not real. Isn't the same stuff he's complaining about right now going on? Clearly, this is black and white. So it's before now, before color, before the fiction, right? Color fraud, right? And then the black and white, which is really gray, right? And then it's gray. Is really telling you what's up. And the color been lying to you ever since it went color. You think this stuff will be beyond some stuff right now? Yep. How many movies they came out and told you? How much do they have to tell you? They gotta tell you that much? Oh yeah. Speaking about tell you that much. Speaking about tell you that much.
Pawn in Nicholas. I planted the white pawn too, but you never found it. Where did you plant it? In your office, right next to your copy of Black's Law Dictionary. I have to know, how did you miss it? Were you teaching last semester without referencing Black's? My copy of Black's is on my iPad. Oh, man's ridiculous reliance on technology strikes again.
Where'd you hide it? Oh, right near your Black's Law Dictionary. You don't get you're still missing it. Remember, this is on a show right now. Emperor of Ocean Park right now. Right now. That's on right now. You just watched the last episode some days ago. You still missing it? You're still missing it. How are you missing it still? What do you think they're mentioning Black's Law Dictionary in a show with some quote unquote blacks in it? Then the blacks are on the lawyer side. Whole family, everybody's been from judge going all the way down. This is all they do. You think they're trying to tell you something? Not trying to tell you something. They're trying to tell you something. You have to see that they're trying to tell you something. And then on top of that, he's telling you the technology BS is why you didn't get the message. I left the thing 2 years ago. What you mean you never picked up your Black's Law for 2 years? You're using the iPad. And then the clue's right there, right next to the damn thing. 2 years ago, you would have figured this stuff out. Oh, but you don't use the Black's Law. You go for PDF, the PDF version. And then when we tell people get your Black's Law when they were 30 notes, 40 notes, and all that stuff, people laughing. Nah, we don't need that. What do you mean that carrying that around and all that stuff? Now 500 notes. You want Black's Law? 300. And we aren't talking about Bouviers and Ballantines and none of them ones yet. We're not talking about any other law books yet. Just the law dictionaries only. 300 now. Certain Moors are laughing. Certain Moors got their Black's Law for 2 notes. and then they just said, forget it. And they just bought all 6. They just bought all 6. This is how people were trying to get away with stuff. More went to Ottawa University for something. Find out that they're getting rid of books. Came back here with boxes of books. Boxes of books. Then we just came back, we just brought all the books to the temple, just put them down. Hey, anybody want books? There's books, go take books. And more of that a field day. You know, I know, type of stuff that our temple does, things like that. That's how connected to the frequencies we are. During the time of books. Are you lucky if you can get a book? So they're telling you 500 for a book that was 30 notes. Just truth slaps. That's all you got. Just all you get is truth slaps. You're not waking up. You still sleep after the slaps like that. Then you're meant to sleep. Stay asleep. Enjoy your sleep. You enjoy your sleep. Oh yeah. Once again.
The maroon boss there! The maroon boss there! What's the maroon boss there? I said no cannot
So if they're gonna go fezzes up for the maroons, they got fezzes up and they're not fezzes with no markings on it and anything like that, then they know that we're Moors. And if they're not saying we're Moors, but they're wearing fezzes and all that stuff, they're just playing games. Because remember, Vibes has a whole generation of people cakes open right now, getting rid of their melanin. They want to be lighter. Right now, their cakes open. Right now. Cakes open hard. They got fezzes up like that, then these people know that we're Moors. And they have to stop playing around. Oh yeah. Honors to the Duke.
The proper noble drug is defined did not invent Moors. Canaanland created from the ether, like it wasn't like it didn't exist. Those people didn't exist. What he did was create a movement that would allow people who identified with that nationality to re-establish that nationality in a manner that would be conducive to lifting them up, as opposed to putting them back into the U.S. strata or the U.S. system. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Getting us out of the U.S. jurisdiction, not putting us in it. USA 1920, USA 2020, these two different USAs. You better know that. You better know, Noble Drew Ali said, you are a nation. You're a nation. You better start acting like it. Because you are only going to be what you know. So it's on you. And he was clear. He was very clear. He was absolutely clear in his message to his people. No one should be confused. Like how those pigfoot eating grandma people with their Indian crap were confused after they had Taj Tariq Bey and Abdullah Bey up there on their platform. They're still confused. No way you're confused after those two master teachers. No way. If you're confused after those two master teachers, you have serious mental issues or you're a sellout. You're some kind of traitor. Or you're dumb, super dumb. Honors to all the Moors who study. Just make sure you study. That's all. You could only be what you know. You can't be what you don't know. See what the questions are saying. First question. After a Moor proclaims their nationality, what is the correct next steps? Taking their proclamation to the county clerk's office, sending paperwork to officials. What exactly is the correct next steps? The good thing is that you have steps as plural. So the first thing you have to know is that there's no next and then next and then next. After you proclaim your nationality, now it's about being. Going back again to 1 minute ago, you could only be what you know. Taking steps, some of it is instructions. Some of it, yes, you have to be given certain ideas, perspectives, certain knowledge, so you can start moving in a direction. When we came into this Moorish info, before proclaiming nationality and whatever, there was probably 3 years. It's probably 3 years of studying. So probably 2005 got hit to the Moorish idea being connected to myself. Right? It's not about the Moors in Spain anymore. It's about, hold on a second, like we're Moors from here. Okay, you got to research this. You got to check into this more. And all of that leading up to 2008 proclaiming. So there was a 3 years of studying before saying, yeah, I'm going to put down Kudro L. That's who I am now. So before proclaim their nationality, there should be some type of studying what this is before you proclaim. I would say that's the step before proclaiming the nationality. So after you go through the 3 years and you proclaim, so now that you're proclaimed, there's no correct next steps like that, because the 3 years that you were studying prior is what's going to get you to say, this is who you are. So after a Moor proclaims their nationality, the next step is being, because proclaiming their nationality is the sending the paperwork to the whoever's, which when you get your paperwork, you're going to get instructions on what you do. Just like anything else. If you take 3 years and then you get this thing at the end called plumber, what you doing after you get that? You're gonna sit around wondering, well, okay, well, I'm a plumber now, so what's the next steps after I become a plumber? So the thing that you're calling about the steps, that's the proclaim the nationality. That's broken down in all these parts of knowledge, of making sure you can write writs, making sure you understand contracts, making sure you understand what rights are versus privileges, make sure you know what constitutions are. Right? There's all these things in the proclaim the nationality. Right? And again, it's having the knowledge first. That is key. Too much people dive in without checking how deep the water is. Right? Maybe you should have went in from the stairs over there instead of just jumping into stuff. And now you're panicking because you jumped in and oh my gosh, and you're breathing hard and water's all going in your mouth, and all because you didn't have knowledge first. So again, there should be a time frame before you proclaim your nationality that you are studying what this is. Once you get to that place and you say, light bulb, I'm going forward with this, then it's just about being from there. Right? Because again, you would have had these questions come up because people jumped in without knowing what this is. Right? So they jumped in and water's over their head and their feet didn't touch anything yet. They start panicking, opposed to knowing to kick your feet so you can get yourself out of the water. You know, the putting the cart before the horse? And then you're whipping the horse and the horse is just looking at you. And you're whipping the horse and the horse is just looking at you. But once you decide to, quote unquote, proclaim your nationality, there's a process. There's a way that this has been done by Moors before you, and they haven't had any issues doing it this way. Right? And again, once you have your notice put out of who you are, now you have to be. What is being now is where you're going to start your self-study now. To know who you are so you can take this and apply it. And apply it so that it's beneficial to you. When this is why it's been a theme to send people to RV Bay Publications so that they can study for 3 years, 2 years, a year and a half. People are different. But if you go there and study, once that time goes, you're going to get to that part of proclaiming your nationality and what to do and how to do it and who to send stuff to and whatever like that is all part of what you're going to be going through once you decide to take the steps. Once you get those papers, once you get that identification, now it's about being what you know. You have that card and stuff, so you claim you know something. If you have that, you better know what that is if you have it. That's like Joali said, don't go flashing your cards at Europeans. They know more than you. Remember, you just came into this yesterday. They've been in the lodge generations, stole your birthright. So they already know what's up. And you thinking that this card or these papers make you, and well, all I had to do, I took this to the clerk's office and they filed it, so then that's all I have to do, and then that's that. And then you just standing in front of the clerk's office, just looking around. This is about knowing. Know thyself. This is about knowing. Knowing, to get to knowing, you have to study. You have to study to know. Many have learned from being told. That means they didn't learn. Because even if you're told, you should be going and studying after you're told. You should be. It's because information is so easy to access right now, people are lazy. It's too easy to get info now. So like we were talking about some lives ago. You know you're studying when you roll and a book jabs you in your ribs. You know you're studying when you open your eyes and you're just holding the book and it's just dangling by 2 fingers and you didn't even know that you passed out for 2 hours where you're studying so hard. Like it's a thing. Whatever the discipline is, if you went to university or college or whatever like that, you know what that is. You know, waking up, you're facing a book. You know, like really, really reading. You know, really reading. That's almost like a missing part of the whole, you know, nationality, because people have been so microwaved into, you know, this is some, oh, you just get the card and that's it. You know what I mean? Oh, you just get the papers and that's it. That's all you have to do. Just have the paper and now, you know, when you better know what's on that paper that you're sending to those people. You better know what that card is that you have. You're giving that to somebody, showing them as ID or whatever. Yeah, and again, the being led astray with lies by dirty Moors and all that is because of the saturation. Because there was a time, 2008 is my reference point. You're not learning unless it's via lecture. Or somebody sold you a DVD. You know, like, and the DVD is of a lecture. Right? So you're still getting the lecture. You're not getting, you know, nothing. You're getting the lecture. And the only people who gave those were the scholars. That's why you're coming out just puffing on Black and Miles, telling you about spaceships and all that stuff, that you're taking them serious. You're not supposed to take them serious. You can't take the people serious. And there's a time where if you're going to learn, you're learning from the scholars. You learn from the scholars. And that was essential. Having master teachers. Making sure that you have a proper reference point. Again, that's why the Moor did more Avengers. So you have no excuse. Once you study from these masters, you'll be all right. Nah, they don't want to do that because, you know, they want to not pay bills and they want to, you know, not have debt and they want to not have a car note and they want to get out of a mortgage and they want to not have to go do any type of work or job or occupation or whatever. They just want to sit down and just be Moors and have everything. Your ancestors built stuff. Ancestors put in work. Ancestors weren't doing nothing. Ancestors were wishing on a star. And none of that. They're putting in the work. So that they can have whatever it is that they wanted to have. But again, without the proper teachers, you're the plane. Fantasy, super fantasy. Yeah, it's all about knowledge, studying. Like get knowledge before anything. Before you do anything, it's to get knowledge. Get knowledge. Right. Next question. Can I have my proclamation and judicial proclamation laminated? I would laminate a copy. I wouldn't laminate the original. I mean, you can laminate it. I mean, if that's the original and you want to keep it, I mean, you can. But just put the thing in envelopes. So envelopes are for laminate and stuff. But that's your stuff now. So you can do with it what you will. Laminating it would preserve it. And you gotta worry about the oops fire or the oops spill or whatever like that if you laminate it. But really it's your stuff. It's your stuff. And speaking about even going back to the idea of being, right? So now that you have proclaimed your nationality, now everything is self-executing because now you're an proper person. You're on attorney general level status that they have. That's what you get just from knowing that you're a Moor. Forget studying and figuring out some other stuff. Just knowing I'm not Negro, black, colored, I'm a Moor, automatically that you're attorney general. That's who you're seeing eye to eye once you get to that first. Oh, I'm not Negro, black, colored anymore, and you know who you are. And then you evolve from there. Getting out that civiliter mortuus, that civilly dead status is a big deal. Because that's the start. That's the start of the emancipation. That's the real start. That's the real start. Figuring this thing out for yourself. Once you figure this out for yourself, one, nobody could take it from you, and two, nobody could play you out of it. Because you will know what it is. You will know without a shadow of a doubt what it is. without a shadow of a doubt, you would know what it is. Just check this chat quick fast. Yeah, that's good. It's good that Moors don't have questions. It means that they're studying. That's good. Questions getting less is a good thing. Because you have to know for yourself. That's just the bottom line. You have to know. Oh man, I was listening to this master teacher and he was sounding. You're supposed to know like him. That's supposed to inspire you to study how they must have studied for you to be where they're at. Have people looking at you like, oh man, when he was telling me that stuff, I felt the spirit of Allah. You're that too. You're that too. Y'all think that was Rich Homie Quan in the casket, or was that a straw man? I don't even know what the hell you're talking about. Who's Rich Homie Quan? Who's that? So that's the guy who OD'd the other day. I mean, look at how he, or somebody got took him out. Somebody must have took him out or something. Because, or you could just check his songs or whatever. If his songs are talking about ODing and all that, then probably OD'd. But I'm all about Drew Ali. I don't worry about them people. That world there is that's Babylon's butt crack. I don't want nothing to do with that. Nothing to do with any industries. Just independent as far as that goes. It doesn't even look like there's any trolls tonight. Even they're taking a rest. That's good. Even the trolls are resting. Honest to all the Moors. Double check this thing. Honest to all the Moors. Oh, here's another question. Each state that you move to, should you put them on notice as soon as you move to that state? Well, one thing to remember, always remember that once you're dealing with their jurisdictions, you're at those. You're not going to them or moving to them or moving in them or living in them. You're at those. You're always at those. You're at them. You're not in them, on them. You're at them. And yes, whatever jurisdiction that you go to, whoever the heads of that jurisdiction are, let them know. Put them on notice. Put them on notice. Let's look at it like, you know, it's obligation on you. You know what I mean? To let them know. Hey, you know what I mean? I'm near your jurisdiction. Just want you to know I'm near your jurisdiction now. You know, and then you would just do, you know, like a cover letter, put your flag on it, put a cover letter on it. You would probably already have the cover letter once you got your proclamation stuff back. Right? Same cover letter. Put that on there, and then send it to the seven locations, the 20 locations. You know, remember Brother Fontes would be faxing his stuff to them people and whoever. 50 times he'll fax them till they say, yeah, we got it. Like, you don't have to keep sending it. We got the last 49 that you sent. And that was just in his jurisdiction where he's at. So, you know, yeah, put them on notice. Let them know. Because I'm sure wherever we go, there's going to be, you know, Negro black colors there. You know. Someone was saying ad in the newspaper, and then that depends on how the newspaper and ad and all that stuff is set up. Because some papers are telling you 100 a page and all that. You know, if your thing's like 7 pages, you know, unless you get some little box and put the thing in the box in the smallest size font. You know. But unless you let people know to look for that, you know, that's just gonna be archived. You know, the thing with sending it to them, especially when you're sending registered mail, is somebody has to receive this. What they do with it, that's up to them. You're just sending them a copy. You know what I mean? They do whatever it is that they want to do. They can't say they never got it, though. So like, there's more that did, like even with like we had a temple proclamation that we put in our temple newspaper, you know, and then we would just send that copy out to the different entities to put them on notice. So the Moorish Guide, and then when they flip, it's the proclamation in it. As far as the notice, putting them on the notice. You know. Yeah, and then you have the Moors who, you know, based on them studying for the 3 years, they said, "This is who I am," and they went and got their ID, and they've been exercising as Moors ever since. They never even did any proclamations and put anybody on notice and any of that. You know? And then they're studying from master teachers and all that stuff, and they don't got to be on the phone with them for 8 hours in order to figure some stuff out. They go study if they want to figure some stuff out, and they figured their stuff out. You know, there's Moors that are on that plane, you know, where they don't even have nationality card. They don't have paperwork. They just know they're a Moor. But what do you mean? So how are they a Moor without paperwork? Because it's mental. It's not about the papers. It's not about the fez. Turban doesn't make you a Moor. Know thyself. It's a being. It's a verb. It's an action word, not just a noun. Not just a noun. Right? So that's a perfect example. Like the slave patrol even know that we're Moors, but you're not in Georgia. You're at Georgia. You're always at spots. You're not in them. Even with the grammatically correct, you're not in Georgia. You're at it. Because they can capitalize, but as soon as they put city of in front of it, you're done. And they're always going to throw city of. They're always going to throw city of on it. You know? And then you'll realize, you'll see the changing in the frequency. You know, when you domicile instead of live, and you know, travel instead of walk or drive, or, you know what I mean? The energy changes. Supreme honors. Supreme honors to all the Moors. Oh yeah. There's another one. Let's get this one quick. If one has not been served with a warrant summons, what is the best way to address the court that warrant summons? Petition the court, file a complaint, and if the judge is one who signed off on said warrant summons, should they be included in the complaint, and should the complaint be submitted to a different court because the judge is a defendant in the complaint? Well, what's the warrant part happening for? First of all, like, why is there even a warrant? Because there shouldn't be a warrant. There shouldn't be any, you know, them thinking you're evading them or something like that, you know, because if you have a situation, you go and you deal with it. So to go further, like there's no best way to address a warrant. They're coming to get you. That's just what it is. Just whenever they catch up with you is when they're gonna get you. If there's a warrant. But without knowing why there's a warrant, you can't even go into other things of judge, if the judge signed it, and like what's the warrant for? Like, are you on the run right now? If you're on the run right now, then this is not you it's not, you can't work like this. You can't work like this. Because once they catch up to you and they give you whatever, because again, it's the slave patrol. So the slave patrol sent, and you have something on you that identifies you as the name that they're looking for, then they're taking you. If you have nothing to do with that name that's on the warrant, and then that has nothing to do with you, then stick on that. Because if that's what you've been doing, not being this name, then you have to continue not being that name. Because whether you file a complaint, whether you file a lawsuit, whether you whatever, if there's a warrant and your El-Bede Al-Ali is on it, then they're coming for you. If it's some other name that's not you, then you better stand on that's not you. Right? So there's too much lack of info to give a full what you should do. First thing, is there a warrant? Like, is this a hypothetical question, or is this really something that's going on? If this is hypothetical, well, let's just say, then don't be the name on the warrant. That's where my mind is at. If there's a warrant, then I'm not the name on the warrant. They're going to have to prove that I'm the name on the warrant in order to execute the warrant. And if you're not around anything that has that name, then and you have something to show you that what your name is, 2 pieces and some mail, then be who you are. And don't be a fiction ever again. Because I don't know how to tell you to get out of a warrant. Because again, the question is, why is there even a warrant? Why are they hunting for you for? And if they're hunting for you for some obligation that you didn't fulfill, that you said you're going to fulfill or whatever like that, then you got yourself in some issues. Because there shouldn't be a warrant. There shouldn't be them hunting you down for something. What's the slave patrol hunting you down for? So how I'm looking at it with my mindset is the warrant's going to have a name on it. If that name isn't El-Bede Al-Ali, then I'm not even concerned with that. That has nothing to do with me. They're going to have to prove that I'm that. And how are they going to prove that I'm that? Because I have my identification right here. 2 pieces. And mail from a quote unquote governmental office or whatever like that saying who I am. I don't know who that is. You know. It's unfortunate. There is a warrant, but if that name on the warrant is not your name and you're El Bede Al Ali, then you better stand on your birthrights. Because they're gonna execute the warrant, but they could only execute on the name that's on it. And the only way that they can take you for that name that's on there is if they assume jurisdiction. And the only way they could assume is if you don't tell them what's up. Right. So once it gets to the part of warrant, you already messed up somewhere. You already messed up somewhere. So if that's not clear, send again. And so if you told them you're not, if that warrant doesn't have El Bede Al Ali on it, then that's not you. If that's not you, then stand on that's not you. That would be in your best interest. All right. Like we're good to go. Honors to all the Moors worldwide. Honors to all the Moors in the chat. Honors to the Prophet, Noble Drew Ali, the master mind. He did the work, and we're carrying it out. Honors to all the mothers. Honors to all the mothers. Peace and love, Moors. Don't forget, third Thursday tomorrow. So more than likely, we got Sons of Allah tomorrow night, 7:30, right here, Canaanland Moors YouTube. Supreme honors to the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. Islam to all Moors worldwide. No withdrawal is the man. Islam.
You gotta go somewhere with that black power shit. You know that shit gets no play in this ride.
First pyramid war was the machinations of Seth, who coveted the powers and territories allotted to Osiris, including the fertile lands of Lower Egypt and the monumental Giza pyramids. This conflict was